action. It's all about Met 7th 2024. In studio with me is Hansen Obido, who's the CEO of Met 7th, and Leslie Njenga, who's the Director, Leagues and Fixtures at the Kenya Rugby Union. I want us to get into that conversation. The gentlemen are here. I seem to be the only person who... I'd rather to be the person who's the odd one out now that I'm not in the national team jersey. But gentlemen, good afternoon. Leslie, welcome back. Good to have you.
Same here, Rob.
Yes, how's your weekend so far?
The weekend is good.
Yes.
Some rugby action yesterday, and we're looking to build up to next weekend.
Hansen, how's your weekend coming on so far?
Great. The Kenya women's 7th team is doing well so far.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a highlight.
We are playing at 3:40 Kenyan time in the semi-finals of the Repecharger that is taking place in Monaco. We'll be waiting to see how the women's perform and if they will qualify for the Olympics 2024 to be held in Paris. Gentlemen, I want us to get into this conversation of Met 7th 2024. Hansen, now that you are the CEO, tell us about Met 7th.
Yeah, so Met 7th this year will be the 3rd edition. We've dubbed it the Ultimate Rugby Experience. This is influenced by the recent success that we've had in 7th rugby. The tournament is a 7th tournament. It's like the 7th format, and it's a synergetic format where we are bringing in the three cadres of rugby, that is Kenya Cup, Championship, and Nationwide. This year will be very interesting. We also have a women's exhibitions match, and we have age grade being played through the tournament. So there's so much rugby action, and especially 7th, that is, and we are welcoming you all to come and watch.
Yes, yeah. Leslie, Hansen is saying it will be the ultimate 7th experience. What do you mean by the ultimate 7th experience? Leslie, if you can.
Well, Robinson, as a federation, we really encourage our teams, especially our community clubs, to come up with the products that are able to actually activate and help us in growing the game. So we really are taking a very, very deliberate effort to work together with our teams who are doing such activities around the country, from Bungoma to Meru to Embu, now to Nairobi. We are really keen on supporting our teams to be able to do that.
Which top teams are we looking forward to participating in the Met 7th? Now that you're the leagues and fixtures direction.
Well, from what has been shared by the team, I mean, we are expecting Daystar. We know Daystar is a very, very good team, the team that actually brought up Patrick Odongo.
Yes.
We're looking at Kenya Harlequins, we're looking at Black Blood, we're looking at Zitek Oaks, among others. So very, very good competition going into the weekend. We're looking forward just to see how much the boys are preparing towards the National 7 circuit. This will be a very good platform for them to showcase.
Hansen, our 3rd edition, how different is it from the other 2 editions that you've held at the Met 7th?
Yeah, so the previous editions have not had a women's side being fielded on the tournament. We've not had age grade being included in the tournament. But this time, yeah, those 2 are a game changer. We are trying to push the spirit of inclusivity, because that is what World Rugby right now is pushing for. So for us to be aligned and also score at that level, we felt that this tournament will be a good avenue for us to support women's rugby, for us to support age grade rugby. And that is one of the key highlights for this particular tournament this year. Yes.
Yes, Leslie, I mean, you've spoken about, supporting women's rugby in the country. What are your thoughts on that? Are they getting enough support?
Well, given where we are as a country, yes, I believe the game is growing, especially the women's game. From last season, we had a full league of women teams from Nairobi and Western, and that is growing. You can see internationally, we're actually holding our own against the best, against South Africa. Right now, we are trying to qualify for the Olympics, and we're actually at the semi-final stage, playing against Czech Republic. So I mean, the women's game is getting prominence, and we want to support it as a product and ensure that we grow the game to bring value into the players.
Hansen, we are talking about women's rugby, but also I believe the tournament is all about promoting the growth of rugby in the country. What can you say about that?
Yes, so other than supporting the affirmative action of women rugby, the tournament, as I said, takes a synergetic format where it's bringing in the three cadres of rugby all together. Ideally, you'd have a tournament like the series runs where we have Tier 1 and Tier 2. Now, this tournament brings in Kenya Cup teams, brings in championship teams, and also brings in nationwide teams and varsity sides. So this synergetic format, it encourages the younger guys who have not played with the elite teams. Like you see, we have Kenya Harlequins playing, they play on the Tier 1 side, Black Blood plays Tier 1 side, Monks still recently have been playing on the Tier 1 side, and they're part of this tournament. The younger guys are able to match up and play against the big boys and try themselves out. And that should encourage them to actually come up and know what it is to play elite rugby.
Yes, still on that, promoting the growth of rugby, Leslie, I want to hear your input on that and how tournaments such as Med Sevens are important.
Yeah, well, as a federation, we are key to partner with our teams, especially the grassroots teams, who are actually, showing that they're able to put together a tournament like this. We actually assist them technically with every requirement that they deserve and they need for them to be able to grow. We see several tournaments of this cadre across the country. We have one in Embu that will be happening in about 2 weeks' time. Last week we had another one in Meru, which was actually a good success. And it goes to show that our teams at grassroots level, given the support, of course, from partners, the counties, the government, are able to assist us in growing the game and making this good game very popular in the country.
Yes, Hansen, for some time now, there has been the notion that, sponsors don't want to come on board when it comes to rugby. What have you done to bring in partners to sponsor, or rather to promote Med Sevens?
Yeah, the good thing about the idea about Med Sevens is development and community, development, community, and family. So we've had a rugby on a downward trajectory for some time, but we've been lucky to, and also let me just say we've been working really hard at the union level and also at the club level, just to ensure that Sevens rugby is up there. Acquiring core status at the HSBC Sevens series has also played a good number to bring trust back into the game. And that the fact that the Kenya Sevens team is back at the HSBC Sevens, most series, most sponsors are happy to come and associate back with, to associate with rugby. And that has played a good number in terms of welcoming guys back as well.
Leslie, there will be age grade rugby at this tournament. What are you intending to see from that?
Yes, from the age grade, first of all, we're just intending to see the level of coaching that is there. We want to see, and we want to see where the gaps are, so that we're also able to pick up the coaches at that level and give them the required expertise for them to help us develop the game at that level. Remember, Robin, that we need to be starting acquiring that talent very young, and that is part of our mandate as Kenya Rugby Union, and that is why you're seeing age grade being championed in such tournaments.
Finally, Hansen, what should we look forward to next week when you have the tournament?
Yeah, we need to look forward. Actually, let's look forward to great rugby, number one, because that is the main agenda of the day. We are working with partners like AJ Surgery, who will be coming in to give mental wellness. Remember, this is Men's Mental Health Month. So we'll have psychologists on ground. We'll have guys who specialize on diet and nutrition. Rugby is known for people with great physique, and the fans also would be people who want to encourage a lifestyle that is healthy. So we'll have those kind of things going on in the tournament. We intend also to have a lot of family activities and a lot of fiesta. It's Sevens rugby, so yeah, come on 29th at the Kenya Rugby Union. There'll be a lot of fun rather than the rugby as well.
Yes, what are you waiting to see, Leslie?
Of course, good rugby. We intend to use these particular tournaments to start identifying talent at grassroots level. So as a federation, we're very, very key in putting an eyeglass on such particular tournaments, so that we keep on encouraging and bringing up the talent that is needed. Of course, as you can see, the team that is arranging this particular tournament is quite young. And as a federation, we also want to encourage our young people to show up, to put up their hands, and to do such activities that we can support, and they're able to also learn and build the country.
Yes, you've said the organizers are Gen Z. Well, thank you very much, Leslie Njenga, who's the director of leagues and fixtures at Kenya Rugby Union, and Hansen Obido, who's the CEO of Med Sevens, on giving us insights on what to expect on the 29th of this month when the Med Sevens goes down at the Kenya Rugby Union RFUA grounds, brother, here in Nairobi. We'll be looking forward to that to see what happens there. I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be shifting gears to the 2024 UEFA Euro